this is Red Band, coming to you live from the world-famous comedy store La Jolla for a brand new episode of Kill Tony Volume 2. Give it up for Tony Hinchcliffe.
Fuck yeah, we did it, everybody! La Jolla! What's up, motherfuckers? How exciting. Wow, this is just like in Hollywood, except it's not.
It's really creepily weird because this place, if you've never been to the Hollywood Comedy Store, it's just like this, but like just a little different. It's really interesting.
But you know what? You throw up a few fucking Chinese lanterns, and all of a sudden, it feels like home.
Yep.
La Jolla, how you guys doing? It's a little bit rainy today, which is very bizarre, so we thank you so much for coming out. This is really exciting. This is the first time Kill Tony's ever in its history been on the road, except for the time we did the LA Podfest, but that's not really a road gig. This was a strategic road gig. So it's so exciting to be here, guys. Fuck yeah. This is like an old, cool comedy club, and we're happy to have you guys.
We had a lot of fun last night. We had 2 shows here.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, with great crowds and pretty wasted last night. I'm hurting. I was one of those mornings where I slapped my forehead. I was like, oh, did I do that? Mm-hmm. Do you remember what I was doing at Denny's? Is that why you left last night?
That's funny. I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah.
We went to Denny's last night, and I have a no Denny's policy. But that's how much fun we had last night, is that we ended up at Denny's, and then in the middle of it, like, my anxiety's just building, and I'm just getting sort of like, I'm just not feeling it. That feeling of sort of like, am I tired or am I dying, is taking over, and I stood up. I'm in the middle of the booth, and I go, and I've never done this before, but the Denny's in PB, I stand up and I go, guys, we had just ordered our food. I go, guys, here's a $20 bill. Put it in a box, throw it in the fridge. I got to get the fuck out of here. And I did. And I left Denny's.
It was so weird.
It was. You gave me a look like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, I thought I pissed you off because, see, I was doing this thing all night where, we went to Denny's and I was like, hey, a table of 5 for Denny's. And then, this would fall out of my coat jacket. I'm like, oh, sorry, my Magnum condoms just fell out again.
Right.
And I was just, walking by booths doing it. Like, if there's hot girls, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, my Magnum condoms.
Security guards, everybody.
These are the ones with spermicide on it. I've never had those before.
Really? Spermicide's sort of a big deal. Is that what the armor means? Magnum armor?
Magnum armor.
Fuck yeah, for guys with big dicks that are also slightly scared.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of armor.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah?
For those of you that listen to the podcast, you know that we always have a head of security just to keep us safe for no apparent reason whatsoever. Because nothing really ever happens. But this night will be no different. We will have another Patriot. And I'm very excited to announce it is the return of one of our favorite Patriots ever. La Jolla, put your hands together for Iron Josh! The fans love on his first appearance. He is back. The most giant 4th grader we've ever seen. The Iron Josh is back with us. What is happening, Iron?
I'm just trying to find girls.
Okay. Well, you're wearing the right pajamas for that. Fuck yeah, man.
Something doesn't look right on. Something just does not look right on your costume this week.
Does the rain make your legs go flippity floppity? What is up with your legs? What's going on there?
I would love to, because I can't see my legs.
I'm pretty sure you put your knee pads around your shins.
No, this one of them falls.
You have them backwards or something.
It's like a true walking oxymoron, a robot in a fucking onesie.
Yeah.
It's like so not intimidating.
Yeah, what animal has their legs like that? Is that a praying mantis that has backwards legs or something like that?
It's a human with cerebral palsy, I do believe.
Can you show me a picture of my legs?
Not right now. We're doing a podcast.
Right. Yeah, there's a little tear in your outfit there in the middle. What's been happening?
I think that was the black guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember?
I see. But we're in La Jolla, so we have to explain what a black guy is. It's an African American, everybody. Slightly darker skin, really good athletes.
It's like a tan Mexican. You
Fuck yeah, Joshy. Well, you're looking good. How exciting. How's La Jolla treating you? You having fun? Anything crazy?
It's really hard to swim in this costume. I messes with my circuit boards. Can't talk.
Wait, you can't talk normally, Josh. For those of you that don't know, Josh has a slight speech impediment. But one thing that we realized is while he can't say R's in his normal voice, one thing we just learned, and even you were surprised about this, correct?
Yes.
We learned this on the drive, or when we got here yesterday, is that if you do a high-pitched voice, you actually lose your speech impediment. Can you try that out? Can you say, who's the guy that leads Santa's sleigh during Christmas?
It's the most famous reindeer of them all, Rudolph.
There you go. You
so
heard that
weird.
hard R, everybody. That was a hard R on the Rudolph. We found out how to make his speech impediment disappear, and that's very exciting. Well, thank you, Iron Josh. Put your hands together for Iron Josh.
Yeah.
Everybody. He's going to be keeping an eye on us, making sure that we are super safe the whole time. And with no further ado, what do you say we bring up our guests tonight and get this thing started? This is episode 40 of Kill Tony, everybody, live from the La Jolla Comedy Store. And since we're in San Diego, who better to bring up than a first-time guest on Kill Tony and a San Diego native, Billy Bonnell. Improvisational guru on all of this weekend shows.
San Diego.
Jeremiah Watkins.
Spanking it, jacking it, spanking it, smack. I don't need no shirt, no. Gotta take them pants right off. He's about to jack it on such a bright day.
Jeremiah, so good to have you guys. Jeremiah, you've been on the show before. Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Billy.
Hello. Check.
Check and hello.
Check.
Mine got louder. Ooh. Bonus volume.
Hello. Can the audience hear me right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
echo.
just quieter than normal.
Just say abity abity.
Abity abity.
Scream.
Ah.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah.
Really?
Just quiet.
Mine got loud.
Weird, I can't
I'll
hear
speak
you.
up. Yeah.
Mine got really
I'm
loud.
just concerned about myself. Hello? Okay, there I am.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Podcasting, everybody. It's a beautiful thing. Fuck yeah. So, Billy, this is your first time here. Have you ever seen anything quite like the Iron Josh? Have you ever been on stage with a specimen like that before?
Never. I have no clue what I'm looking at. Is it supposed to be an Iron Man costume?
It's an Iron Patriot. There was a villain of Iron Man. It's a long story. I don't want to explain.
Your mic's way up there.
I'm sorry, I forgot the mic.
Yeah, just stand close to it.
I think it would have came off the same even if you said it into the mic. That's what it's a villain.
Well, there was an original Iron Patriot on the show that had a big explanation for it, and then he quit the show, and we decided to show him exactly how replaceable he is by having random people dress up in an outfit that Brian was nice enough to buy off of Amazon Prime. And,
Yeah.
2-day free shipping
Right,
for
so
$11.
2 days later, we had the most elaborate pajama costume.
And somehow I found a way to screw it up with the
Yeah.
pads.
Well, knee pads are supposed to go on the knees. Unless your knees are...
This one fell. So.
What about the other one? Where are your knees at?
It looks like Iron Patriot got in a bad football accident. And his ACL is just like torn, like, and all the ligaments are messed up.
Fuck yeah. But the lights are still shining. You can't put out his IKEA wall lights.
You can actually put them out.
Oh, you
Push the
actually
button.
can. Oh, very good.
Oh, those are add-ons?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every week I try to add new shit onto
That
the
wasn't-
costume.
That wasn't in the $11 package?
No.
No.
are extensions,
Yeah.
yes.
But every time I add something new breaks. So it's just this. I need to do a better job.
We
What
need
do you
to
mean
get...
breaks? It
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it has a lot of moving parts except for the human inside of it.
Yeah, he's the most broken part of the suit, the human inside of it.
Oh, by the way, son of a bitch. I just realized the bucket's in the green room and the names are on the clipboard. If somebody wants to cut those up and throw those in that bucket. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So while you were just out
still
in
working
the
out the
bucket?
kinks.
Yeah, I can go get the bucket and cut them.
Okay, Iron Josh is going to go do that, everybody. Sure.
what?
Why not have one of the... No, it's okay. Josh, stay up here. They're going to take care of that.
Just one of the most important parts of the show.
Right, absolutely. It's amazing. I mean...
Weren't you outside just drinking coffee and writing poetry or something?
No. Fortunately, I wasn't. But that was one thing that I forgot to do. Josh, you normally have questions for... Or, the Iron Patriot normally has questions for our guests. What are your questions today?
I do have some questions. Billy first.
Hello.
You're from San Diego. You drink a lot, I hear. You
Has
love
the word
beer.
gotten around?
He's sweating right now because he hasn't had enough drinks in him yet. I could tell.
No, I'm sweating right now because I just drank a double shot of espresso, which was a terrible idea.
Oh.
And then I ordered a hot toddy, which turns out that might have caffeine in it too. So if someone doesn't bring me a towel, this is gonna get real weird.
How much
I'll take your questions now.
My question is, do you like cheesecake?
Yeah.
That's a
what's
stupid
your
ass
favorite
question.
That was fairly
I love
obvious.
cheesecake. Patriots love cheesecake. I'm not sure if you know this. It's delicious.
Billy, how
Sound
much
like
do
you have
drink?
cheesecake in your mouth most of the time.
Most people think it's not cheesecake. It's something totally different in my mouth all the time.
That was kind of erotic, what you said.
Like dicks.
Yeah, like dicks.
Dicks.
Couple of dicks.
There's a black bucket on the in that green room. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so that's a great question about the cheesecake, Josh. Really doing your homework over there.
Yeah, that was lame. Billy, every time I see you drink, it's like every time I see you, you're drinking. What time do you start drinking per day? Are you one of those guys that wake up and crack open a beer? Like,
Oh, jeez.
No?
I'm just now. Is this a fucking intervention? This
Yes.
would be the most elaborate intervention of all time.
It's true, especially with the.
That's why these seats are all empty in the front row. We are
family.
going to bring out Billy's family, guys. So
Welcome to Bonnell's, everyone.
Yeah. So
Good luck finding my dad.
that would be weird.
Do I drink that much? I do like drinking, but usually just at night when everyone else drinks. Are you guys drinking right now?
I think most
All
of
right,
us
so we're all on the same page right now. Hey, first sign of an alcoholic gets very defensive when people ask him about his drinking. He starts trying to bring everyone else into it. Don't you do it too? Yes? Okay, we're friends then.
You have a question for Jeremiah, Patriot?
Yes, Jeremiah. My friend Josh told me you have a really good fire truck joke.
Yeah.
Why don't you ever do it?
This is pretty inside baseball, Josh. I don't know if how this is going to translate on the podcast, but I used to do this bit that went on for just a little bit too long, and I've already got some other act outs that are pretty drawn out, so I just kept those in the chamber and decided to part ways with that bit, Josh.
Jeremiah is very well known for his elaborate act outs. He gets very physical on stage. So just can you give us some kind of example of what this fire truck thing is?
Yeah.
Should I narrate his body movements?
So basically, I guess. So basically, if I remember the bit, it's like they should make a show about firemen, like and all the, their daily activities of what they do, and they're like, Pescatelli, get down there. There's a cat down on 3rd and Washington. Go for it. Got it, boss. Dun 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 dun
right now.
dun 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 dun
Still acting out.
Are you okay, kitty? Come with me. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Anything else, boss? And then it keeps going on with different act outs and stuff like that.
I could totally see why you stopped doing that, Josh.
Right? And Josh always asked me to do it. And I'm like, dude, it's not like this is like it's just so drawn out. Like,
that's like a workout for comedians. So you should like start having some kind of like exercise.
Jeremiah's physical comedy.
Right, like Diamond Dallas Page, the old wrestler, has his yoga that he does. You could just do like Jeremiah's fucking CrossFit.
I know, right? CrossFit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, we
So
just fucking started
I give you business ideas.
business
ideas.
I love how you'll throw in an R on a place where it doesn't even belong just to fuck it up.
Now he's getting confident with his R's, so he's going to start throwing them in at random times. Like, yeah, I can say R's now.
I meant business ideas. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing started. It is indeed Kill Tony number 40. We've had some comedians here, and I believe a couple people trying stand-up for the very first time that have been listening to the show. And you guys know how it works. If a comedian gets pulled out of this bucket, they come on stage from the back of the room, and they do 1 minute. And you know that your minute's up when you hear the sound of a kitty. Aw, how cute. That's just always adorable. But you better wrap it up then, or else you're going to bring out the angry West Hollywood bear. Wow. Gets a little bit more elaborate each week. And I believe he came on an elephant at the end of that. Well, let's get this thing started. You ready, La Jolla? Woo! Here we go. Your first comedian tonight goes by the name of Beauregard Murphy.
And I face like a lip, red bone and so red bone.
All right.
Shit, bouncing ass while I'm getting high as propellers on a helicopter. Let's do it again.
Yeah, Beauregard Murphy, everybody. Clap one more time for him.
So I was walking my dog the other day because I had to prove my girlfriend wrong because she says I don't go outside enough. And I'm about 10 minutes in of being outside, and I start to get a little freaked out because my eyes haven't adjusted to the light outside yet, and I'm afraid I'm getting like mole eye syndrome or something. So what I've taken to doing, because I've realized I don't know my neighborhood at all either, so I end up just pulling my shirt up over my head and trying to run home before like looking through my shirt as much as I can, and my eyes finally come into focus, and I see a bus stop of very worried Spanish ladies, and they're just pointing me the other way. So I just went with it, and I decided that I should probably go out more often.
Fuck yeah, there you go.
They're definitely like I like the story. There definitely needs to be some more punchlines in there. I'm not, and you said mole eyes. Is that what you said?
Yeah, because I've been living in the country a little bit, and if you've ever seen moles, they're completely blind. So they're just like, what the hell's going on?
Moles?
Yeah, moles.
Like the animal.
Yeah, like a golfer,
Okay.
Because they're always underground. I guess I know a little bit too much about moles. Is what I'm
I want to hear
now.
about that more
Right.
than this walk and Spanish ladies. All right, so I know a lot about moles. It's like moles like on skin or animals,
Right.
and then you're off from
The
there.
fact that you have this extensive knowledge of moles
That's awesome.
is really awesome.
I mean, I feel like it's better to collect weird information because then you can just throw it in and people are just frightened by it, right?
Absolutely.
I don't think you're going for frightened.
Well, you see, if they get past that, then you're like, oh, you're a true friend.
But what if you
You know,
scare the
because
shit
they're
out
like, oh, you passed the test, you know? You passed the friendship test.
One, you really need to spend less time with moles, learning about moles, and more about how to use a microphone if you want to do comedy. You need to really talk like microphone like really close to your mouth, because I mean, right now you're supposed to be holding it, you know, because like when you were on stage, you were like this. And it was really like I was trying to pay attention and learn about moles at the same time, I guess.
First time on stage?
Yeah, yeah.
Beauregard Murphy, everybody.
That's awesome.
Holding his cherry in front of you.
That's great.
Learning the ultimate first lesson of mic technique. You got to get on that thing. Even now, you're still too far away.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally like this much, an inch from your mouth. Don't touch it, but smell it.
Yeah, I started doing this because I was watching the podcast and I got really inspired, and I don't know. It's
Fucking
something.
awesome, man. Well, that's fantastic.
That's great, dude.
That's so great.
I think, with comedy, you just have to, it's awesome that this is your first time doing stand-up. Just get up as much as you can, and stuff like the mic, that'll come second nature, pretty quickly, and then you'll get super comfortable on stage, and then you'll be talking about moles in no time, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I was hoping because I used to play music on stage. I was a little bit familiar with that, but I guess when you got like makeup all over your face, it doesn't really transfer.
You were in a band where you wore a lot of makeup?
Insane Clown Posse?
Yeah, no, it was kind of like
Kiss?
It was like black metal from Norway with like blood all over me and like,
Wow.
So you got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, which is great. So you can pull from that.
Well,
were you the singer in the band?
Well, I did a little bit of singing. I started off playing guitar, but I was.
Can you give us an example of one of your lines that you would sing during the black metal Norway thing? Like just like one quick snippet.
I come from the land of the ice and the snow.
Wow. That's badass.
Awesome. Now you don't play music anymore, though?
I'm trying to. I just moved out here from Philadelphia about like a year ago, so I'm trying to get settled and like. I stopped playing music for a while because my mom passed away, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm
He would make a great patriot if he used that voice, though, the whole time.
See you later, Josh.
I have come to protect this Avengers from the forces of evil.
There we go.
Wow,
see, that's pretty good.
Do you know how to put knee pads on correctly?
I actually have knee pads with me.
Nothing better than the type of guy that brings knee pads everywhere with him. I mean, that is preparation.
To explain it, I rode a motorcycle, if that makes it any better.
Do you ride a motorcycle, Josh?
Josh can't even ride a bicycle.
I don't need to ride a motorcycle because I can fly.
That's pretty good.
That is true.
I don't want to put exhaust fumes in the buildings.
Oh, okay.
Wait till I go outside.
It's always an excuse every time we ask you to fly, but
You should try to get a fire truck. What was the word fire truck again?
Beauregard, he's not going to answer you. He only talks to us.
I guess to wrap it up, if you're going to talk about something that a lot of people don't really know about, you need to kind of explain it, even real quickly, so that we know what you're talking about, and like more about moles. And you need to make sure to try to throw a joke in every at least 10 seconds or a tag, like 15 seconds. You need to make us interested, keep us interested.
Make sure you're talking about what you think is funny. Don't try to necessarily con people into, I'm not saying you're conning them, I'm saying don't try to trick people into laughing at something that you don't think is funny, because then they're your true friend. If they, whatever you just said with all that doesn't make any sense. Just try to get across stuff that you think is funny and talk about that. If you think the mole thing's funny, then add more to it, get more punchlines in there and attack it. But also, you gotta talk about the real stuff. Being in a death punk, I'm getting into comedy now after being in this, because bobbity 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 bob. Keep it real and flow with it. Beauregard Murphy. Is that how you say your name, Beauregard?
Yeah, thanks for the pronunciation. People usually get it wrong.
What's that?
People usually get it wrong, so thanks.
Heck yeah, I'm in the Writers Guild. Beauregard Murphy is on Twitter at Beauregard. That's BEAUREGARD_J_M. Is that right? There you go, Beauregard Murphy. His first time on stage, everyone. He's just right now in front of you. Doing comedy, at least. Interesting. Black metal Norway stuff. That's interesting.
I come from the land of the ice and snow.
It's like, I was like,
Wasn't that like that's half Led Zeppelin lyrics, and then he's like,
I know.
I'll add my own twist.
yeah. He's like, I'll add a demon voice and call it original.
Fuck yeah. Billy, a question that I always ask new guests on the show is: when you first started stand-up, did you have a bit that you're sort of embarrassed that you did that you would never do again? But like, okay, so can you give us an example?
Well, that whole first set and anything that I said in the first year is pretty much gone. But the first time I did comedy, it was like a strict 5-minute thing.
What was your worst joke?
Oh, my closer. I didn't even get to finish it because I got played off by music because I was like 4 minutes over. They're like, well, we had enough. So my closing joke, the very first time I did comedy, was how I thought you should pull a tampon out. Keep in mind I was 24 years old. I've grown a lot since then. And I thought it would be great if you tied a string to the tampon string and then tied that to a doorknob and slammed the door.
What's amazing is that these always make me laugh so
See,
hard.
that's right down my alley, the whole tampon shit.
Yeah, can you give Brian that joke?
Yeah.
You got it, bro. You want my whole first year?
Or tie it to a kid's loose tooth and see what happens.
See what, like a drag, see who wins? Like when they tied two tractors together and they see which one's more powerful? Dude, we just wrote the best joke of all time. Show's over.
We're not
Get out.
able to top that. But let's try anyway. Your next comedian will be Austin Train. Austin Train is coming to the stage, everybody. Employee Austin Train.
Is that his Twitter handle? Sorry, go ahead.
You want my Twitter handle?
No. Don't listen to me. Do your set.
Oh,
One more time for Austin Train, everybody. Put your hands together for him.
There's been there's one of these movements going on. There's the anti-bullying movement, and I get it. Like no one's gonna be like, oh, bullying, that's so great. But like I feel like bullying is a problem you have to solve yourself, right? So if you're getting bullied, don't shoot up your school, don't kill yourself. What you got to do is you got to focus. You got to get good grades. You got to work hard. Graduate. Go to a community college. Get a liberal arts degree. Become a moderate success. Go to your high school reunion and shoot up your high school reunion.
It's fantastic. 51 seconds.
Yeah.
I love shit.
What was the setup to that? What was your first 10 seconds of that?
Just about like the anti-bullying movement and like that's a thing now.
Right. Just trying to think of how we can pepper something in there. Anti-bullying movement.
That was really funny. I did not see that coming. I thought you were. I kind of saw it coming, but it was not as how you did it. It was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
It's a great joke.
Thanks.
I liked it. Did you just describe like your actual life and then then the fantasy was the punchline was one of your fantasies?
I'm just letting you in on my plan for the future.
Right. So when is your 10-year high school reunion?
It's coming up.
I bet.
Can I be your +1? Because I want to see this video.
I like that joke a lot. Like halfway through, I was starting to think of notes, and then the punchline came, and it was like wiped all those notes away. Because it was like I was like, what's the payoff gonna be to this? And then it paid off. So it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, it's a great setup to a great joke, which leads me to believe that there's just you could just add tags to that. You know what I mean? Like, do the teachers go to high school reunions? The teachers too?
No. Unless you fucked one of the teachers.
Really? Is that true?
Well, I had a teacher that fucked everybody, and I was pissed off because I wasn't fucked. And then we had another, because she was hot. And then we had a gym teacher, Mr. Phillips. Sorry, Mr. Phillips, that molested all the guys, and he never molested me either. So I was getting no action.
Aww.
Fill me up, Phillips. Fuck you.
That's what they called him?
Yeah, fill me up, Phillips. And we're all like fifth graders calling him fill me up, Phillips, and the other teachers are like, yeah, I just won't talk about it.
Wow.
Whoa. That's all they said? Hey, very clever what you're saying. There must be pain behind it, but shh.
Shh. He ended up getting caught like 5 years after I left. But your joke, yeah, you're right. Just add. It's already pretty much done. Just if you want to add tags to it, there's not really. I mean, it's just a good joke. You know,
You think it goes on a little too long in the middle?
I think maybe like 5 or 10 seconds worth, but I think it's important that you don't, because that came in at 51 seconds for one big boom at the end, right?
Yeah.
So once you drive that home, it'll only be worth doing, really, if you keep adding stuff to the back end of it. Because adding stuff to the middle is just going to take away the air that you're blowing into that balloon that makes that big pop in the end. So after that, I just don't know which direction it would go. I mean, if it's if the whole thing is shoot up your high school reunion, then Yeah, that's a fucking interesting one. Sometimes I think of these things right off the top of my head like it's nothing, but that's a really great joke.
Thank you. Thanks.
You wasted 9 seconds at the end. You should have been like, you know what I'm talking about? At the end, you know?
Right.
This guy's with me. This guy's with me. You had 9
Should
seconds.
I come up with a catchphrase for the end?
The crazy thing is that probably get another huge laugh. That literally, like, even though that sounds like a joke on a joke, it really, because then you're asking people to relate to that. Am I right, guys? Shoot up your high school reunion? Like, that actually, that anything like that, whatever you think, is a way to try to relate to people, but obviously it's only your own crazy thought.
Who's with me?
Right. Yeah.
We kind of used it up already.
You could go with that, like, who's with me? Literally, my reunion's in 3 weeks. I have a plus
there
one.
you go.
You can take the
9 seconds.
There you go. Austin, that's awesome. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 3 years.
Fantastic. How long have you worked here?
About a year.
Awesome. It's a great path. I used to work at the Comedy Store in Hollywood, and look at me now. Anyway, Austin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great job. Fantastic joke. Austin Train. That's Austin_Train on Twitter.
Train.
If anybody out there in the Twitterverse wants to think that they can add something to that, tweet at him. Austin_Train. How fun. It's such a fun place. I'm so glad that this is the first place that we really took it, because we've really kept it at the store like so much. It's such a dark pit up in Hollywood.
Right.
And so it's so only fitting.
I'd rather be here. Can we just start doing it here every Monday?
I'd love that. I would love that so much.
So much
Seems
better.
like the people want it too. Josh, how would you feel about that? Talk out of your camel toe.
I love that I got this job, by the way. Like, Jeremiah, you're really going to be doing us a solid by sitting to the end and putting in Josh's vagina every second he needs to talk. Is that cool? All right, cool.
Penis boom.
I don't have a vagina.
Such a great dynamic.
I have a laser penis.
Wait,
It's
what?
it's like a lightsaber. That's my penis.
Ooh, don't mix comics, you know? Can't say lightsaber when you're talking about Iron Man comics. Thanks.
That's true.
Oh, hello.
Thank you so much. That'd be appreciated. Please don't mix the worlds. Please don't mix the worlds.
Let's get another comedian up here, shall we? This one goes by the name of Cameron Dyson.
Oh yeah,
Shit, here he is.
I know this guy.
Pretty sure the employees rigged this shit.
Hey, folks. Hope you had a good day today. I had a very strange day. Earlier today, a black guy called me a Triscuit. So it's good to know I'm moving up in the cracker hierarchy rather than the other way around. Worked a while from wheat then. I was watching TV last night, and I see an infomercial for attention deficit disorder medication that's over 30 minutes long. I was like, who the hell are they marketing that to? If you're going to market ADD medication, you got to put that shit the right way, you know? Like put it on the back of a bus, or a blimp, or a fucking squirrel. Anything that's distracting, you're going to get that message across. I recently had to break up with a woman because she was so bad at role-playing. Like, she was that bad. I was like, all right, this is done. Because whenever we were about to do anything, she'd be like, okay, this time you be my brother and I'll be your sister. It's like, what? You're my cousin. Do we have to make this any weirder than it already is? All right, that's it.
Also, 51
Free jokes.
seconds of thunder. Oh, yeah. Cameron Dyson. Fuck yeah, those are some good jokes.
Thanks.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 2.5 years.
Cool. Wow. Yeah, I like the cracker one. It almost seems like there's somewhere else to go after that. Like, what's better than a Triscuit?
A Ritz.
Ritz isn't better than a Triscuit.
What's that cracker they give at communion? That's a pretty good cracker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the wafer. The
Yeah,
communion
that one's
wafer.
all holy and shit.
It's got no flavor though. The Lord really
Just
doesn't
like a lot of
believe
white
in,
people. No
The
flavor.
Lord really doesn't believe in having a good taste. All right.
Wait. You like Ritz? Or you like Triscuits? What are we talking about again?
Crackers.
Wait,
Cracker-ass
you don't like
crackers.
Ritz?
Ritz sounds like it'd be the fanciest.
It's the best
like,
one.
Taking it to the Ritz and the Ritz Hotel, it sounds fancy.
It's
but
got butter in it.
Ritz is a very plain cracker. Is that the best cracker?
No.
Is there even
Really?
salt on a Ritz?
I got Triscuits ahead of Ritz.
This could be a 3-hour
A
debate.
round of applause. Who has Ritz ahead of Triscuits? All right.
Really?
I'm not big in the cracker world.
Triscuits are
obviously,
way more
and,
expensive.
Sometimes you learn things the hard
Yeah,
way.
they're more expensive.
Triscuits are way more expensive. First of all, because I'm a cracker connoisseur, I always have to have crackers in my cabinet.
You are from Kansas.
Yes,
so.
I am. And then it goes Wheat Thins and Ritz is near the bottom. Actually, they're right above saltines.
Are Nilla wafers
They
crackers?
really are.
Vanilla wafers not crackers. That's really, really reaching there. Are chocolate chip cookies crackers?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
You could really tell that you have the luck of having a lot of stage time, because that is one thing. Like, you could pretty much say almost anything, and I think you would be able to do it well, because and that's somebody that's like starting off as an open micer and stuff. If you really want to do this, work at a comedy club, because these are the luckiest sons of bitches ever, because they get fucking stage time all the time, and they're really just pretty much, you're going to college by working at a comedy club.
And they barely have to clean up puke ever.
Yeah.
It's true. I can't believe Ritz is considered a better cracker than Triscuit. Like, this is like blowing my mind.
I'm with
but
you,
say
Triscuit.
It's not,
I'm
right?
with you. I'm with you.
Ritz is below Triscuit and Wheat Thin.
Right.
What?
Yeah. It's
As far
gotta
as
be.
price. As far as price.
Oh, price.
Oh,
we're talking
we're
about a good cracker.
What's the fanciest cracker? Ryan, you got an answer for this? Nothing. Okay.
The fanciest crackers, those little crackers you buy, like buy the expensive cheese that are like
Oh, the
really
meat trays and
stupid.
stuff?
Yeah.
There's a rich person here going, what the fuck's a Triscuit anyway? They know some shit we don't even know. They're just like, I'm not telling them because we don't want poor people eating our fucking crackers.
For poor people, Doritos are crackers. It's already got the cheese in it, man.
What accent was that?
Red Band on impressions.
cheese in it, man.
Motherfucking cheese, dude.
Cheese in it.
Good. Fuck yeah. What else did you talk about?
ADD. He talked about that.
Yeah, it's just great. You have really good jokes.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah. Right.
I think you try to squeeze 3 jokes in there, and you like at the end of each joke you just went on to the next one, and people were like ready to laugh at the end of each one, but you were like, fuck, I gotta do all these jokes in a minute.
Yeah, I kind of rushed it there at the end, but
Yeah, you could have gone for just 2 jokes and just let the laughs ride
I got
out.
greedy, man.
Yeah.
This is my chance.
Don't you want to hear the laughs? Do you want to hear the laughs? I mean, there was less than a second between the 2 middle jokes, your second joke and your last joke,
Yeah.
and they were ready to laugh, but you're like, next joke.
Oh, yeah. Should have milked
I
it.
know you think that's funny. I don't even need to hear you laugh. I will continue on with my set.
Do you change directions a lot like that? Like if you were to do a 10-minute set, is it just...
Well, I typically kind of stack, one-liners or whatever you want to call them, kind of that are within the same topic together, so it's a little bit more organized in a flow. But for the most part, yeah, I kind of have a lot of, those sharp turns that I've been trying to work on. But
What was the ADD advertisement originally on? When you said it should be on...
It was a blimp. It was...
No, before the...
it was in a 30-minute infomercial, and it's like, who's going to be... Like, nobody who needs that medication got that entire infomercial in their brain.
Yeah, that's solid. That is solid. I
Good.
don't know how to help you. I feel like you did your strongest 3 jokes in a minute.
Yeah.
And,
It's really... Yeah,
That's all my material.
right.
No,
That's your 10-minute set
Yeah.
in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Cameron Dyson. Any relation to the Dyson
vacuum. I wish, man. I need that Airblade money.
Hell yeah.
I don't got it.
That demon fan money. Have you seen those, those fans that have no blades? What? You seen that?
No.
They have these Dyson blade fans where it's just a big circle, and you like stand in front of it, and wind's hitting you, but there's no blade. Like you put your hand right through it.
Wow.
Yeah, you haven't seen that?
Fuck yes.
I guess.
Red Band has disposable income.
I know. I don't have one. I said I had. It was at the whatever.
Hey Tony, I've been called a vacuum many times in my life.
Because you suck? Nothing on that? Okay. Interesting. Interesting what you guys choose to... Oh, because you look like a vacuum? I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Please finish the thought.
What the fuck?
Iron Josh just going for it with no real plan. I love it. Cameron, we're going to keep moving along. Thank you so much. That's your Twitter handle? Great job. Cameron Dyson is his Twitter handle. He's the only Cameron Dyson. Yeah. He's the only one. Let's keep flying through it.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I wasn't supposed to see that. Yeah. Oh, this is interesting. This is an interesting name. Brian Street Team.
On the Ritz.
Different types of way that they go. Pants with stripes, cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz.
So I recently went out celebrating my wife's birthday by getting completely shit-faced. And after she carried me home and I passed out for her birthday, I woke up sometime and I decided to urinate on her dresser. She asked me in the middle of the night, "What are you doing? What the fuck are you peeing?" To which I replied, "No." I stopped. I wouldn't finish my urination in the actual toilet instead of the one I created right there in front of our bed. Came back, stepped over her as she's crying, cleaning up my cheap whiskey, urine-soaked beer, urine, and went to bed thinking nothing of it. Turns out, I pee on things.
Nailed it. I don't know if that was the end, but that was okay.
Yeah.
A lot of urine in that. And a lot of the word urine, a lot of repeating it. It seems like you peed a lot that night. Huh?
It was You're in luck if you like pee jokes.
Yeah.
I thought about making that joke, and even I was like, not going to do it.
I have to take the fall for you sometimes, though.
I love it. Okay. How long have you been doing stand-up?
This is the first time.
Boom! We did it again. I had a feeling.
Cool.
I had a feeling.
All right.
I had a feeling. I can tell because in that joke there's a lot of, and then I said, and then she did, and then I did. And then it's like, so you're sort of like telling this story, but it's not really, I don't know how to describe it, but that's like a common sort of thing where, I don't know, instead of just saying what you said, you keep saying, and then I said.
Yeah, it's almost like if you set it up enough, like if you're going to do an act out of two characters, if you establish it right off the bat, then you don't have to keep going back and forth. So you can just do your normal voice, and then she's like, "Well, honey, blah, blah, blah. What are you talking about?" "Well, you keep peeing on my stuff." "Well, you need, I went to the bar last night." You know what I mean? Like it's two different people.
So what really happened? It was her birthday.
It was her birthday. I went home. Well, we went home together.
Right.
I woke up about in the middle of the night and just started peeing on the dresser. And she asked me...
Which is in the bedroom.
Yeah.
You guys live together.
Yeah. She's my wife.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
surprisingly.
Fantastic.
And you did say you were drunk?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I pee all the time when I'm drunk.
It just happened in the last year where I started peeing on rain. I think it's something about my 30s, but...
Did you move recently?
Yeah, actually.
It's because what you're doing in the middle of the night, you're looking for your old bathroom and you're half asleep. It really is. I used to pee in my sister's bedroom when my sister briefly lived with me at this house, and we just moved in. And like I would wake up in the middle of the night and I'm peeing on her clothes, and she's just like, "Brian, what are you doing? That looks like a delicious dick! And get out of here!" And
if that works, that's great.
Can we just say it was because you were fucked up, not like some weird psychology thing? He was lost. No, he was just like, "Man, I'm not going to the bathroom. That dresser looks nice."
Did you?
I've been really fucked up. I've never peed anywhere except for the toilet or something that's very closely related to the toilet, like a sink, maybe a bathtub, but a dresser. That doesn't even look like.
How did you know that you peed in the dresser?
Because
She woke
she
up and saw
woke
you.
up and said, "What are you doing? Are you peeing on
Is
the
it just
dresser?"
a pee thing? Have you ever pooped in anything?
I
have a
No.
friend who did a road gig with a buddy who one time they're on the road and they're in a hotel room at night. They're drinking, partying, and it's a fucking good one. And then he's wasted. They're all wasted. They wake up the next morning, and my buddy opens up his fridge. And he smells something, and he opens up the crisper drawer, and the other guy took a shit in the crisper drawer. He thought that was the
crisper
toilet.
drawer
Like,
in the
imagine that you wake up,
refrigerator?
the refrigerator in a hotel, by the way. So so the guy in the middle of the night opened the refrigerator, was like, oh, this is definitely the toilet. Opened the crisper drawer, sat down against the crisper, pooped, didn't wipe, closed the crisper drawer, closed the door, went back to bed.
Wow.
So, I mean, your problem really isn't that bad.
Yeah. I only poop in weird places when I smoke weed, so it's completely nowhere. Have you ever pooped in like in a road trip and you poop into a Starbucks Trenta cup?
No.
Nope. Not one time ever.
Never? None of you? Yeah.
I heard that one.
Yeah, right.
Shit in a
I
hole.
pooped in a cup once.
Yeah, all
I
right,
did do
see?
that. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I was in a hotel room, and my friend pooped on the floor of our hotel room as a prank, and then
Sweet prank.
And then, well, we were staying in separate rooms, so he ran next door. He pooped on the floor, and then he ran back, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get him back. And then I pooped in this cup, over the toilet, and then I ran next door and set it without him knowing. So then, eventually they found it, and it was just steaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sweet prank, sweet payback.
Right?
You put it outside of their door?
No, inside their room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, there needs to be more poop pranks. Could you imagine pooping in a big pickle jar and just putting it in your refrigerator and then your friend's refrigerator and then later he's just like, oh, I want a pickle, and he's like, what the fuck?
That's not a pickle.
This really took an interesting turn.
I like how he shit in the cup over the toilet as a safety precaution. His friend just shit on the floor, and he's like, I don't want to get shit on the floor, though.
I'm a clean guy.
Yeah.
But there's already shit on the floor.
Polite.
The hotel room has been ruined already.
Fuck, we went from Ritz to shits in no time.
There it is.
Thanks, Jeremiah. I think they knew that was that.
Is your wife here right now?
Yeah, she's in.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Sexy.
Oh, is that her pissing on the exit sign? Match made in heaven. Fuck yeah, Brian. Well, you know what? First time on stage. What do you do for a day job?
Just a manager, and then I do some other stuff. But
What kind of manager?
asset manager. I manage assets.
Asset manager? I would love to be an asset manager.
Yeah, how much for a hit of acid?
Yeah.
No, asset.
Oh. I like how you said asset.
Yeah.
So he's a pimp.
All right. I'm an asset manager, motherfucker. Yeah, that was a bad pimp impression. Brian, why do you call it Brian? Why do you call yourself Brian Street Team?
That's a carryover name, I guess.
From?
I thought you were going to say
From porn. I am a porn guy, so now I...
Porn star?
You used to do porn? Star, yeah. Semi-professional meat slanger.
I actually know you.
I met you at AVN.
Oh,
What? Me and Red Band are Eskimo brothers.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, tell me you
look
do.
familiar. Jesus.
Hey, please tell me you do golden shower only porn.
Yeah.
Just one time, it was weird.
That's right.
What's the weirdest thing you've done for a porno video?
I
Pissed on a dresser?
No, I put my foot in a girl's butthole.
Oh, that's some Red
you
Band
gotta
stuff
talk
right
about
there.
that.
No, you got some material, dude.
Well, I mean,
This is exactly
I
why
wanna do
I asked those questions.
something you can
him and
relate
the death
to, I
metal
guess.
guy, it's like, that's the shit that you have to be talking. That's literally the shit that you have to be talking about.
Yeah, because, you have a perspective that no one probably here has, putting feet in assholes, except maybe myself, but no one else here talks about. And if you can explain that, that's such a great storytelling aspect of it, because you could really get people interested in it, because it is interesting what you do.
yeah.
You know?
I just didn't want to pigeonhole it as I wanted something more relatable to everybody. Like everybody has jizz on his dresser.
It's when you're eating a girl out and your nose is fucking her in the ass, pigeonholing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's said with conviction. Said with total conviction. So when you said you're an asset manager, that was just total bullshit?
That's like, no, that's my day. I have a day job, and that's my hobby, if you will.
It's a great hobby. That and Ubering is my two favorite things.
Are you sponsored?
I do some other stuff too. So.
Oh. Okay.
How's your porn name? I'm just a little confused. How does your porn name
It's
Street Team? You fuck people on the
it's
street?
It's a nickname that started, it was because there was two Brians in the room basically at a lot of times, and so to alleviate confusion, Brian and then Brian Street Team, because I was on the street team.
They weren't like, Brian Brownfoot.
No. It was just to help to...
Chief Brownfoot, can you move a little to the left?
I started off on the street team, if you will.
I love it, man.
Yeah, that's great.
It's fucking awesome. Brian Street Team, everybody. Another first timer.
Good job, man. I knew he looked familiar. That's good.
I've probably seen some of his work.
He's probably fucked a couple of my ex-girlfriends.
Oh.
What's going on over there? Oh.
Somebody just signed up? Oh, interesting. Who is it? Louis C.K.? Oh, how about this? Put your hands together for Randy Villarba, everybody.
So I'm a huge World Cup soccer fan. With the World Cup coming up in Brazil, I'm looking forward to it. The United States hired this German coach, Jurgen Klinsmann. He was a World Cup winner as a player, World Cup winner as a coach, has the U.S. men's national team motivated to the point where they're playing the best soccer I've ever seen them play. But when he yells at them after a game to hit the showers, do you think the Jewish players kind of linger back just to make sure it's water? It's water, we're good. I was out in Denver. I was having dinner with a few friends. I was thinking about moving out there. I'm a big skier. And they were telling me I couldn't move out there because my dog would be illegal. I have a pit bull mix, and they were saying that those breeds have been declared illegal to the point where cops are not only citing people, but they're actually shooting these dogs. Started looking around the restaurant, definitely in the kitchen. I'm like, well, these Mexicans are illegal. You don't shoot them here in Denver, do you? I mean, it's not genetics. It's how you raise them, I guess. And, yeah.
56 seconds.
Wow.
When you started it, what was the soccer team you were talking about? The Americans?
The U.S. men's national soccer team with World Cup.
Okay. It's just, I love it. It was all great. The middle joke was the best one. That was about... Which one was that? What was your second?
The second one was snowboarding. In Denver, the turn with the dogs and then shooting.
Right, and the Mexicans being illegal. And the last one was what?
It was just kind of tags on the end of that.
Gotcha. The showers thing.
That's really hacky. Everyone has a Jewish shower joke.
Yeah.
And that's a really long way to go to try to do that. You know. Plus, you don't want to do a shower Jew joke, do you?
Yeah, you definitely don't.
All right. Thanks for the advice. I've only been doing this for a few months. So.
Too soon for that.
Too soon.
But I think that's a great take in the illegal pit bull thing, but I'm confused as to why there's Mexicans in the kitchen. Where are you when this is happening?
Well, we were in a restaurant in Denver. I mean, I've been out there. I mean, there are Mexicans in Colorado. And just kind of playing to the audience in San Diego. Most people in San Diego would see Mexicans in the kitchen.
Wow. You're just a racist motherfucker, aren't you?
But your last name's Villarba, so I get the feeling you might be able to get away with this, right?
Trying, I guess.
So you're Asian and Hispanic.
Yeah, well, Filipino, so yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, definitely. The Mexico of Asia.
Yeah. Sea beaners.
It's like an Asian with a tan.
Yeah, totally. More brown than yellow, if you know what I'm saying. Feel free to use any of this as your own material.
No, definitely.
Because I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do a show, tomorrow night and be like, you should have seen this Filipino last night. Anyway, but yeah, I'm sure that there's more to add with the dogs being illegal there. That is a very interesting premise. That's a promising premise that you stumbled across. Pit bulls are illegal in Denver?
Yeah, just aggressive breeds. It was a conversation I had.
There's another addition to that right there. How you just said, how Mexicans can either... It's amazing that all Mexicans are allowed, even the aggressive breeds, whereas the pit bulls are illegal. How can you tell if it's an aggressive breed might be the next part of that joke.
Well, just looking for the fact that we're dealing with a minute, the way I've been trying to explore that is, well, you can't really tell a mixed breed dog, and to some extent you can't really tell Mexicans are illegal, so just kind of going off of the fact that cops are literally like quick draw McGraw shooting dogs out there.
Really?
Yeah, and then even here in the there was an article here in San Diego where they're shooting Mexicans at the border, and that's not a joke. So just trying to draw the correlation.
That's really disappointing.
Sarah
McLachlan
commercial. Sarah McLachlan.
I would love it if the rapper Pitbull was illegal in Denver.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's really depressing that they're shooting these pit bulls and not the rapper Pitbull.
All right.
Something like that. But in your own, whatever. But make sure
racist way.
In my own
racist way.
And then I would say, I know it's a minute, but I would just say, just as a rule of thumb, you can go a little bit slower because some of the words, I was having a little bit of trouble understanding what you're saying.
Yeah.
Those Filipinos are quick. You ever see Manny Pacquiao box? There you go.
Lot faster than that. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't do that for a living either. Thank you so much.
Fuck yeah.
It's probably the weed.
Yeah, don't do the shower joke. Add more to the pit bull thing. Add more to the Denver. But don't do the shower joke.
Okay. I'll completely abandon that one.
Or else people call you Manny Pacquiao. And
I'll abandon that one. I appreciate your guys' advice on this one.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe some N-word jokes would be good.
Just end your set by going, black people are gross. I'm out of here.
Both of your parents are Filipino?
Yeah.
How do you end up in San Diego?
My dad immigrated here back in the 1970s, brought the rest of the family. I was the only one born here in San Diego.
Fuck yeah, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
So they're all technically illegal.
Well, they've been here long enough, so. Well. Wait, did they get their citizenship or statute of limitations? He's like, no one's paying attention anymore.
I love that. He just smiles. Fuck yeah. Well, we're not gonna call the immigration on your parents. Don't worry. Right?
Thank you kindly.
But thank you so much.
No,
Randy
cheers.
Malarba, everybody.
Thank you guys very much. Cheers.
Yeah. That's at Randy Wrights. That's Wrights, WRITES, at Randy Wrights. And
yeah. What time do we have?
1:05. Yep. So let's get one more person up here while we still can. Hey, how about Dan Harumi?
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
There he is.
Say, my doggy is touching your feet.
Thank you. I feel really at home with these lamps up here. I feel comfortable right now. I feel like shaving is like playing a scratchy lotto ticket with my face. I feel like it has the same results. At the end, I'm just disappointed, like, great, this guy again. Someday I want to look at my face in the mirror and see Wesley Snipes. Like, it's about fucking time. I like to carry around scratcher lotto tickets just to make my life more interesting. Like when I go to the taco shop and they ask me if I want to pay a little extra for guacamole, I'm like, maybe. Or like I like to keep a scratcher lotto ticket and with like a box of condoms in my apartment It's like, man, I cannot afford to get this girl pregnant right now. Unless. Hell yeah, $50. Let's go half on a baby. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Dan Harumi bringing the thunder. That's fucking awesome, man. You're a funny guy. You
Yeah,
live down here?
Thank you. Yeah.
How long you been doing stand-up?
About a year.
Wow. Fuck yeah. Dan Harumi, very powerful. How often do you go up?
I do all the open mics and stuff around town. It's probably like 7 or 8 times a week.
So a hardcore year.
Yeah, definitely. Quite a bit.
That's the fucking way to do it, man. You're in great shape.
Oh, thanks.
And all in San Diego.
I've gone up to LA a little bit, but not really. So just mostly
How old
San
are you?
Diego. 28.
28?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. You can do it, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking really funny shit, and the fact that you turned a little joke into the first thing. I mean, you have the fundamentals down, you have the jokes, you have a style, you seem comfortable. I mean, that's like a pretty amazing stuff, right? Blatantly funny.
Dan's hilarious.
Yeah, if you can riff well and you have solid jokes, that's pretty powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 7 days a week shows. It's a blatant difference than first time, than 3 years, a couple times a week. It's about reps. So it's very important that you keep that up because that's fucking awesome. That was a fantastic performance. I don't even know what else to say. I can't add on to anything.
Such a great opener. I love your stage. Is that how you always your stage presence? Always kind of like this.
Usually I take the mic out, but I know I just run in, jump in.
Yeah, I like your stage presence all in all. So yeah, you could tell you're kicking ass.
You have a job?
Yeah. I just work retail.
Right.
Yeah.
But that works because you work during the day and then you get to get up at night.
Yeah, pretty much. I try to keep the job as minimal as possible, so I can.
You try to get up here a lot?
Yeah, I do the open mic every Sunday here, and then I did a little show here before too. So.
Awesome. Yeah. If I were you, I would. I would really try to even try to push it harder. I mean, if that's what you're doing at 7 days a week, I would keep it. I mean, I can't imagine how hard it must be to do 7 nights a week down here in San Diego. But maybe try to get a job at a comedy club and double down in it, because then once you meet comedians, they're going to want to take you on the road, and then they're going to want to, this and that. It's very promising. You're absolutely hilarious.
Thank you.
Dan Harumi, everybody. That's at Dan_Harumi. Very interesting. The fucking San Diego gem right there. Look what you guys built. Now, at this point of the show, we always have 2 regulars, if you've ever watched the podcast or listened to it, that go up at the end of every single episode, and we brought them with us, everybody. Woo! So, here we go. Going first tonight, put your hands together for the always funny Kimberly Congdon, everyone. She dropped out of college 40 weeks ago to be part of stand-up comedy in LA.
What's up, guys? How are you doing? Nice. I grew up in kind of a poor town, so a lot of the kids in my school would steal the things that they wanted, like earrings. But what they would do is they would go to the store and they'd take the earring out and leave the back and replace an object to use as an earring back. So I'm having a conversation with my friend Kanasia one day. And I'm like, Kanasia, what are you doing for college? She's like, I don't know. Listen, I haven't figured that out yet, but my daddy said it don't matter where you come from. It matters where you going. I was like, okay, are you going to a place where you're going to make a lot of mistakes because you're using erasers as earring backs? Like, what are you doing? She's like, no, girl, but in the front, they is cubic zirconias. And I was like, oh, no. She's like, no, genuine cubic zirconias, girl, genuine. And I was like, cool, but can I have my erasers back? That's it.
I'm just a little bit confused as to exactly what happened there.
Okay, so when I was in high school, a lot of darker classmates of mine would steal earrings.
Black people.
Yeah, so like black people would steal earrings and wear erasers as earring backs. Oh. And like she was talking about her future, and I was like, no, but seriously, you have some erasers in your ear, like right now. You know?
It almost seems like the voice threw me off. Like the voice is unnecessary. What you needed to do is make that bit exactly how you said it to us, a little bit different, but not because that voice or whatever you're doing. All I'm doing is like, who's she talking to? A munchkin, or I don't get what's going on.
Did it sound like a munchkin?
It's weird.
It sounded a little like.
I guess like
It sounded cartoony black.
Someone over there knows the same black girl you know.
It was like a black girl like on Rugrats or something like that.
Sounded like one of Bebe's kids.
Yeah.
But you know, you could do that without that voice, because normally when you do a voice like that, like it's leading to something or it comes back, but it really doesn't in that. And the person making the voice isn't the one. At the same time, the genuine part is sort of funny. Like she's saying it like the R&B singer Genuine.
Yeah.
What's his song?
I didn't even catch that.
Pony,
I didn't catch that at all.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Genuine, and I didn't catch that.
She's like the whitest black girl in the room.
One could say you're a Genuine fan.
Yeah, I'm a Genuine fan. Sorry, what was the part about Genuine? I just like.
She was like, these are genuine cubic zirconias. And like, I think it's funny because like, you know, those are like the cheapest earrings, and she's like bragging about them with her erasers in the back of them. It was just funny because it was real, you know? That's what happened in high school, and I was like, are you fucking shit? They would wear huge diamonds, but the backs would be erasers. So it was kind of like, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
You should do a payoff where it's, do you know what I mean?
Please add that to the joke.
Guys, let's talk about this.
Do you guys know what I mean?
It seems like the whole idea of the earrings and the rings is actually just a tag of a story of you talking about a girl. You know what I mean? Like the voice thing threw me off. It just seemed unnecessary. I thought it was a lot funnier you explaining it as just like, no, I knew this girl, you know, type way.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you
I've
agree
been
with
trying
this?
to.
Or you
Remember,
just kidding?
I think a few weeks back I did that like that little like girl with the snotty nose, and I was trying to bring that voice back and trying to figure out where I can place it.
I don't think you should I don't think you should force a voice in there, because
I come from the land of the ice and snow. And the Zurich.
Oh yeah.
Thanks,
Good
Jeremiah.
old Beauregard. But yeah, you know, it's always fun. It's always a new minute. So, fantastic. I don't know what else to add.
You got to find a better punchline, because you said the same thing over and over again about the earring backs. Like, can I get my earrings back? Or the erasers back. Can I get the erasers back?
Yeah.
But it's funnier when you said in the middle, you're just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
You're an idiot. And then be like, black people are gross. I'm out of here.
Perfect. There you go. That's at Kimberly Congdon on
Thanks,
Twitter.
Yes.
She's Kimberly Congdon. She's here. She's doing 2 shows after this, stand-up shows. And finally, your final regular here on Kill Tony. Put your hands together for Sarah Weinshank.
So tag along with the crew, yeah, to do the stupid things that we used to do.
Light bulbs are a pain in the ass. You gotta replace them. I have to risk getting carpal tunnel by unscrewing them. They're fragile. I don't fuck with them. If a light goes out in one room, I just move to another room. Eventually, I'm just sitting in darkness, and I'm like, this feels right. But then you gotta bite the bullet, gotta go down to Lowe's, gotta figure out where these bulbs are, get misdirected a few times, redirected, find the light bulbs, have to figure out what kind of wattage I need. Wattage? Do I need 30? Do I need 60? Do I need 90? Do I need a soft light? Do I need a bright light? I'm not trying to fuck with a fluorescent light. Right?
She tried to get a little bit more in
Did you hear the cat?
I didn't hear the cat.
Oh, you have a bear fetish now, don't you?
Yeah. I'm about that grizzly life.
Did you really say fragile by accident? Fragile?
I just thought of, like, in the moment.
Because that would be funny if you didn't go into that. Like, and what's up with words that you could actually say two different ways, like fragile, you know, like, because I hate that shit too. Like, there's a lot of those where it's like, you know, fuck, I can't think of one.
Tomato.
Yeah, tomato.
I really, really, really love what you did with that light bulb thing. The only thing that I would say is I would lose the carpal tunnel part. I just don't think that that's serious, and I don't think that's realistic enough. I think you not wanting to do it, or you being lazy, or whatever, any other approach, I just don't find it realistic that you would think that you could get carpal tunnel from
I'm just kind of neurotic, so that was like a thought.
That's fine.
But don't, don't share
even
it.
saying that is better than, in my opinion,
Yeah, it's a little
saying
it's a little
that
extreme.
before carpal tunnel, because if you're genuine concern
There you go.
is getting carpal tunnel, I just don't find that to be believable. But meanwhile, the stuff that's coming up after that is so sort of real and funny that I think it takes away just a little bit. But that's funny that you end up in a room of completely dark, you know? And there's almost, again, something there, you know. Is it really about laziness, or is it that, well, how do you have that set up, that you just don't want to do it because...
I do the exact same thing.
Just a pain in the ass. Like, if I have, you know, one light, that's all I really need. Like, I'll make it work.
Right.
I don't feel like taking a trip. Taking out the old lights, sometimes you can't reach them.
For 5 years, I haven't had kitchen lights. I've been only using the oven light. Because I never use the kitchen. It's like I have to walk in real quick and open the refrigerator door just so I have a light to see what's in the fridge. And the oven light's pretty bright enough. But like I just changed it the other day.
That would drive me insane.
Oh yeah. It hides the dirt too. It's great.
Have you ever taken a light from another room into a different room? Like, oh fuck, I'm down to one light bulb. Let's take it to the bathroom so I don't shit on the floor.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah Wineshank,
Thank
everybody.
you.
That's at Princess Shank on Twitter, SHENK. We would like to thank our friends over at Don Carlos for donating burritos.
Fuck yeah. Daddy's gotta eat.
Hopefully he remembered that I don't eat dairy or meat. Anyway, thank you so much. Billy Bonnell, what's happening? You're at the Billy Bonnell on Twitter? What else is going on?
Not the Billy Bonnell.
Oh, really?
Just Billy Bonnell.
Oh, shit.
You just started following me yesterday, so I don't expect you to.
Right, yeah. I had
It's the Billy Bonnell.
No.
I'm just kidding. It's Billy Bonnell.
Yeah, BILLYBONNELL.
I told everybody to follow at the Billy Bonnell, but I guess you're not going to see that.
Some fucking guy's getting a lot of followers right now. What did I do?
Anything coming up you want to promote or anything? Website, anything?
Yeah, you can find me on Tumblr at Billy Bonnell also.
That sounds like a joke, but you're being serious.
So serious. I didn't think about what I have coming up. Oh, I'm in Las Vegas next Friday at the Canyon Saloon. It doesn't sound prestigious, but it's a pretty good show.
Fuck yeah.
So if you're in Las Vegas, 8 p.m. next March 7th, 8 p.m.
Yes, I'm at Jeremiah Standup on Twitter, and then my website is jeremiahwatkins.tv. Got a bunch of cool videos and stuff like that. Next Thunder Pussy on the Death Squad Network is we're doing a live show at the Ice House on March 7th. We got some cool, exciting guests.
Yeah, I can't wait to announce who's going to be on that show.
Yeah, it's gonna be
awesome.
awesome.
If you guys don't know what Thunder Pussy is, check it out at deathsquad.tv or on iTunes Death Squad. It's where comedians go on stage, people yell out topics from the audience, and then we have to do stand-up on the spot.
On whatever you tell us to do. It's so much fun. It's amazing that you guys came together and turned that into a podcast for the people. Iron Josh is at Josh Martin Comic, everybody. One of our favorite patriots of all time. Follow him relentlessly at Josh Martin Comic. And we are actually debuting our first ever Kill Tony tour poster for sale in that lobby right now for the very first time, if anybody's interested. And we have 2 shows tonight after this. I believe if you're in this show right now, you get to come to the 8 o'clock show for free.
Yeah, you just stay where you're at. If you want to watch a comedy show, you get free.
And it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yep.
At Red Band, at Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yep.
La Jolla, we did it. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Fucking awesome. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.